What if the person controlling your decisions isn't you? Think about the last time you said yes to something you didn't want to do. The last time you apologized for someone else's anger. The last time you bought something you didn't need, loved someone you barely knew, or doubted your own memory of events that you lived through. You told yourself it was just a bad day, just stress, just love. But what if I told you you were being played? Not by a genius, not by a mastermind, but by 7 simple psychological tactics so common, so woven into the fabric of daily interaction, that most people never recognize them until the damage is already done. Today, we pull back the curtain. Welcome to the unseen mind. Imagine this. It's Monday morning. You walk into work, coffee in hand, mentally preparing for the week. Your boss calls you into their office, closes the door, smiles. You know, they say, leaning back, "I've been watching you. You're different from the others. Smarter. I see real potential in you. That's why I'm giving you this project." It's a big step up. Your chest swells. You feel seen. 3 weeks later, you're working 60-hour weeks, missing dinners, canceling plans. Every time you hesitate, your boss reminds you how lucky you are. How few people get this opportunity. How disappointed they'd be if you didn't have what it takes. And when you finally push back, their face changes. Cold. Quiet. "I thought you were better than this. I guess I misjudged you." You apologize. You stay late. You wonder what's wrong with you. Sound familiar? This isn't just a bad boss. This is a system, playbook, and it's happening in offices, bedrooms, living rooms, and DMs across America right now. The worst part? Most victims never name it. They just feel the slow erosion of their confidence, their boundaries, their sense of reality, until one day they don't recognize themselves anymore. But here's the truth that changes everything. Manipulation isn't magic. It's mechanics. And once you see the gears, you can't unsee them. Psychologists have spent decades mapping these mechanics. What was once dismissed as just personality or just relationships now has clinical names, neurological explanations, and documented patterns. The tactics we're about to break down aren't rare psychological disorders. They're everyday strategies used by salespeople, partners, family members, politicians, and influencers. Some users know exactly what they're doing. Others learn them unconsciously, repeating patterns that were used on them. The 7 we're covering today are: Number 1, love bombing. Number 2, DARVO. Number 3, intermittent reinforcement. Number 4, manufactured urgency. Number 5, triangulation. Number 6, guilt shifting. Number 7, the false binary. Each one exploits a specific vulnerability in human psychology. Each one has a countermove, but before we dismantle them, we need to understand why they work. Let's start with the brain. Your mind is wired for connection. Evolution didn't prioritize truth, it prioritized survival. And for most of human history, survival meant staying in the good graces of your tribe. Exile was death. That wiring created what psychologists call attachment systems, neural pathways that link social approval to safety and social rejection to threat. When someone praises you, your brain releases dopamine and oxytocin. When someone withdraws affection, your amygdala fires like you're facing a predator. Manipulators don't hack your software. They use your factory settings. Love bombing works because it floods your brain with reward chemicals faster than any natural relationship could. A study from the Journal of Interpersonal Violence found that victims of love bombing show dopamine dysregulation similar to gambling addiction. Your brain literally craves the bomber's approval. Intermittent reinforcement, the unpredictable mix of praise and punishment, is even more powerful. B.F. Skinner proved in the 1950s that rats press levers most obsessively not when they always get food, but when they sometimes do. Your brain treats inconsistent affection the same way. The uncertainty itself becomes addictive. DARVO, deny, attack, reverse victim and offender, works by hijacking your cognitive empathy. When someone flips the script and accuses you of hurting them, your brain's conflict resolution system kicks in. You stop defending yourself and start apologizing. Not because you're wrong, but because your brain prioritizes relationship repair over truth. Manufactured urgency bypasses your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for long-term thinking. When someone tells you, "This deal expires in 10 minutes," or, "If you really loved me, you'd decide now," your brain shifts into threat response mode. You don't analyze, you react. Triangulation exploits your social comparison instincts. When a manipulator brings in a third party, "Even your friend agrees with me," or "My ex never had a problem with this," your brain automatically adjusts its behavior to fit the perceived social norm. Guilt shifting weaponizes your moral self-image. Most people see themselves as good, fair, kind. When someone frames your boundary as cruelty, your brain experiences cognitive dissonance. You change your behavior to resolve the discomfort, not because you were wrong, but because you can't tolerate the feeling of being bad. The false binary collapses complex reality into two options, both controlled by the manipulator. You're either with me or against me. You either trust me or you're paranoid. Your brain hates ambiguity. Given two clear options, you'll pick one, even if neither is true. These aren't character flaws in you. They're design features in us. And the people who exploit them, they count on you never learning their names. But here's what happens if you don't learn to spot them. The research on chronic manipulation exposure is sobering. A 2019 study in the journal Psychological Trauma found that long-term victims show cortisol dysregulation. Their stress response systems become permanently hyperactive or completely shut down. This isn't being sensitive. This is neurological damage. Victims report chronic self-doubt that persists even after the relationship ends. Difficulty making simple decisions without external validation. Hypervigilance, scanning every interaction for hidden threats. Emotional numbness, or what clinicians call dissociation, and in severe cases, symptoms indistinguishable from PTSD. But the damage isn't just internal. It's structural. You stay in jobs that drain you, relationships that shrink you, friendships that require you to perform a version of yourself that isn't real. You lose years. You lose opportunities. You lose the ability to trust your own perception of reality. A state psychologists call reality testing impairment. And the most insidious part? You start using these tactics on yourself. I should be grateful. Maybe I'm overreacting. At least they're not as bad as. That voice in your head is not yours. It's the playbook internalized. The cost of not seeing these tactics isn't just a bad relationship. It's a life lived in someone else's script. Tactic 1. Love bombing. What it is: an overwhelming flood of affection, attention, gifts, and future promises in the early stages of a relationship. It's not romance. It's conditioning. Real-world example: you match with someone on a dating app. Within 2 weeks, they're texting you 30 times a day. They've planned your future vacation. They've told their family about you. They say, "I've never felt this way before." When you try to slow down, they look hurt. "I thought you felt it too." The psychology: your brain forms an attachment bond before you've gathered any real data about who this person is. By the time the bombing stops, and it always stops, you're already chemically bonded. The countermove: the 24-hour rule. Any major emotional decision, moving in, saying, "I love you," changing your life, gets a mandatory 24-hour pause. Not to kill the feeling, to test it. Real connection survives a day. Manufactured intensity usually doesn't. Also, track the ratio of words to actions. Love bombers talk about the future. They rarely build it. Tactic 2. DARVO. What it is: deny the behavior. Attack the person confronting you. Reverse victim and offender. Real-world example: you tell your partner they broke a promise. Their response: "That's not what happened. You're always twisting things. And honestly, the way you brought this up is really hurtful. I feel like I can't do anything right with you." Maybe you're the one who needs to work on communication. You walked in with a boundary. You walked out apologizing. The psychology: DARVO triggers your conflict avoidance instincts. Your brain perceives their hurt as the primary problem and shifts focus from their behavior to your delivery. The countermove, the anchor technique. Before any confrontation, literally write down 3 specific facts. You promised X. You did Y. This is the impact. When DARVO hits, return to the anchor. I'm hearing that you're upset about how I said this. We can talk about that. But first, the facts I raised still need to be addressed. Don't let the script change. Hold the anchor. Tactic 3. Intermittent reinforcement. What it is: unpredictable cycles of reward and punishment. Hot and cold. Available and distant. Kind and cruel. The inconsistency itself becomes the addiction. Real-world example: your friend is amazing when they show up. They cancel plans last minute. They go days without responding. Then they appear with an elaborate apology, a thoughtful gift, a night that reminds you why you're friends. You tell yourself the good times are the real them, but the data says the inconsistency is the pattern. The psychology: this is literally slot machine psychology. Variable rewards create the strongest behavioral loops. Your brain chases the good version like a gambler chases the jackpot. The countermove, the pattern log. For 2 weeks, document objectively. When they reached out, when they disappeared, what they promised, what they delivered. Don't interpret. Just record. Patterns become undeniable when they're on paper. And once you see the loop, you can choose to exit it. Tactic 4. Manufactured urgency. What it is: creating artificial time pressure to force immediate decisions before you can think. Real-world example: a car salesman. This price is only good until you leave the lot. A partner: if you don't commit now, I'm going to start seeing other people. A parent: I need you to decide tonight if you're coming to the family reunion. Your cousins are asking. The psychology: urgency triggers your amygdala, shutting down your prefrontal cortex. You stop evaluating and start reacting. That's the point. The countermove, the default no. Make "I need time" your automatic response to any pressure. Not maybe. Not "let me think and get back to you in an hour." Just "I don't make decisions under pressure. I'll respond by specific time tomorrow." Real opportunities wait. Manipulations expire. Tactic 5. Triangulation. What it is: using a third party to validate the manipulator's position, invalidate yours, or create competition. Real-world example: your boss says, "The rest of the team thinks you're difficult to work with." Your partner says, "My therapist agrees that you're emotionally unavailable." Your parent says, "Your sister never had a problem with this rule." The psychology: you stop trusting your own perception and start adjusting to a perceived social consensus, one that may not even exist. The countermove: direct verification. I'd like to hear that feedback directly from the team. Can we do a session together with your therapist? Let me call my sister and ask. Triangulation crumbles under direct light. Most manipulators will back down immediately. If they don't, you've learned something valuable. Tactic 6. Guilt shifting. What it is: framing your boundaries, needs, or self-respect as moral failures. Real-world example: you tell a family member you can't lend them money. Their response: "Wow, I guess I know where I stand. I changed your diapers, and you can't help me when I'm desperate. Must be nice to have your life so together that you've forgotten what struggle looks like." The psychology: your brain's moral self-concept is under attack. You'll either comply to restore your self-image as good, or spend days ruminating on whether you are selfish. The countermove: the boundary without debate. I understand you're disappointed. My decision stands. No justification. No negotiation. No defending your character. Guilt shifting only works if you enter the debate. Don't. Your boundary is not a discussion. Tactic 7. The false binary. What it is: presenting 2 options as the only possibilities, both designed to serve the manipulator. Real-world example: you're either loyal to this company or you're not a team player. You either trust me completely or you're just like your ex who was always paranoid. You either support this policy or you hate freedom. The psychology: your brain craves cognitive closure. Given two options, you'll pick one rather than tolerate ambiguity. The manipulator controls the menu. The countermove: option C. Those aren't the only two possibilities. Here's what I actually think. Refuse the frame. Name the third option, the fourth, the nuance. Reality is almost never binary. Insist on the spectrum. Now, here's what I want you to do with this. Don't just watch this video and move on. Do the audit. Take any relationship in your life right now, professional, romantic, familial, social, and run it through these 7 questions. Number 1, does this person overwhelm me with affection or praise? Then withdraw it strategically. Number 2, when I raise concerns, do I end up apologizing? Number 3, is their treatment of me unpredictable? Am I always hoping for the good version? Number 4, do I feel pressured to decide before I'm ready? Number 5, do they reference other people's opinions to override mine? Number 6, do my boundaries get framed as moral failures? Number 7, do they present false choices that limit my actual options? 1 yes is a yellow flag. 2 is orange. 3 or more. That's not a relationship. That's a playbook in action. And you don't have to stay in it to prove you're kind, loyal, or strong. Your strength isn't in endurance. It's in clarity. I've put together a full manipulation audit checklist, a downloadable PDF that walks you through each of these tactics with journal prompts, red flag trackers, and specific scripts for the countermoves we covered today. It's free. The link is in the description. Why am I giving it away? Because the people who need this most are often the ones who've been convinced they don't deserve help. This is my way of reaching through the screen and saying, you do, and you're not alone. Download it, print it, keep it somewhere you'll see it. Because the manipulator's greatest weapon isn't any single tactic. It's your belief that you can't spot them. You can. You just did. Here's what I keep coming back to. We live in a world designed to influence us. Ads, algorithms, relationships, power structures. Everyone wants a piece of your attention, your agreement, your compliance. But the most dangerous manipulation isn't the one coming from a stranger on the internet. It's the one you stop noticing because it feels like love, like loyalty, like family, like just how things are. The ancient Stoics had a practice called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Not to create paranoia, to create preparedness. They believed that examining the worst possibilities with clear eyes made you freer, not more fearful. I think they were right. The unseen mind isn't the manipulator's mind. It's your mind, the parts of you that have been trained to doubt yourself, to apologize for existing, to accept a menu with only 2 options. Today, you took the first step towards seeing it. But here's the question I'll leave you with. If you could see every manipulation tactic being used on you right now in real time, would you want to? Or would some part of you prefer the comfort of not knowing? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. And if this resonated, if you felt that cold recognition in your chest when we described DARVO, or love bombing, or that manufactured urgency that stole your last major decision, hit the like button. Subscribe. Not for the algorithm. For the person scrolling next who needs to hear exactly what you just heard. This is the unseen mind. See you in the next report.